So I'm gonna check today in Google if I can search for my pictures, if it's available there. It's just out of curiosity, really. hmm I'm gonna search for my name here and let's see what we can see. Oh, there's plenty of photos here that says Lance Legazpi. Oh, but I've got mine here. This one is my profile picture in YouTube. It's good. And this is also mine. This is my introduction, which I made before. I'm not using this anymore today. Oh, this is my profile picture in Twitter. Ah, so if you're actually publishing your profile photos in your social media accounts, I think because it's public, Google can search it. This is my YouTube channel banner here, and oh, this is one of my uploads. All I Ask by Adele. It's my brother singing there. Oh, this is my previous Twitter profile picture. Couples of pictures here. Oh, this one of my uploads as well in YouTube. Oh, look, one of my uploads in YouTube as well. Oh, this one. This is during my Shell days. I've got photos here. Pressradar.com. Oh, I think this is one of the articles that has been made for me as one of the Djembeki scholars and published in a national newspaper in the Philippines. I think this is Sunstar, Philippine Sunstar, or Philippine Star. Let's click on it, and we're redirected to a different website, pressradar.com. There you are. Fueling dreams through education. So I think these two here as well, together with me, I think are also Djembeki scholars. So I think we've got 3 stories here. So this is my story here, The Reluctant Gas Boy, the title. Honestly, never in my wildest imagination did I think I'd be working in a gas station because it's not really considered an ideal job, said Lance Legazpi, Djembeki scholar. But I have to believe that I was really destined for this career. Coming from a family of 8 children, life was difficult for Lance. There were times when his parents weren't sure where to find food for the family, much less the means to support his college education. Fate eventually intervened through Lance's high school principal who endorsed him to a Djembeki scholarship. I think this is somewhat like an error there because it's not our high school principal who endorsed me to the Djembeki program, but it's actually the high school principal that endorsed me in Shell, so I can apply for a work there. And then of course, as one of the Shell employees, where this is one of the benefits to be part of the Djembeki scholar, and it's my retailer April Twinkle Coral who actually endorsed me to the Djembeki. April Twinkle Coral, who at that time was the operations manager of the Shell station in Davao. No, it's not in Davao, it's Cagayan de Oro. Interviewed him and administered an exam. The entire process happened in less than 4 hours, and I cannot see the continuation of this. Well, things did not come easy at first as Lance experienced a lot of challenges. I was tempted to quit, but I knew that my decision might affect future endorsements for my high school, so I persevered instead. He said, Lance's hard work paid off as he eventually rose up the ranks to become forecourt cashier, team leader, forecourt supervisor in charge, to currently being the Djembeki being a Jamaica scholar is life-changing, said it took up basic computer and troubleshooting, and it really helps me with my current responsibilities. One, on a more personal note, it turned me into a more positive person. I learned to be courageous and made myself stronger as I faced difficult chapters in my life. It taught me to be even more committed to strive hard and achieve my dreams and the person my parents would be proud of. I think Lance even ended up as one of two Scorecard Service champions who represented the country in last year's Smiling Stars Awards in Paris, France. I don't know, but it's just that I think there's something wrong with the layout. They cannot connect. But well, it's good to see this article. This was published last 25th of July 2016, and that's 5 years ago. Yeah, nearly 5 years ago. That's nice. And this one as well. Another article from the Philippine Star, Fueling a Brighter Future with Gasmo Bukas Co. This was published last 27th of November 2017. So that's 4 years ago. And this is the article is just all about me. So I was actually very very lucky to have my story printed in a one spreadsheet of a newspaper. I think I have a copy of this newspaper in the Philippines in my home. I've even, as far as I can remember, I've kept in an original copy of the newspaper, that issue, and then I've also cut out the article itself, and then I framed it, and it's in my room. It's because of course it's not an everyday experience for your story to be published in a national newspaper, isn't it? Lance Legaspi had big dreams of being a professor or a teacher, but when circumstances prevented him from going to college, that dream was inevitably put on hold. Instead, he found himself working to make ends meet as a forecourt service champion at Shell. For 7 years, he worked at the radio station, eventually gaining enough expertise to handle the training of new staff. As he took on the new responsibilities of training the newer members of the crew, he was introduced to Shell's social arm, Filipino Shell Foundation Inc.'s PSFI Gasmo Bukas Co. Joint Batia Scholarship Program open to Shell forecourt service champions, Shell house contractors, and even their dependents. The innovative capacity building program, which started in 2007, was created to give Shell employees opportunities to improve their lives and go further in their careers. JMBT offers technical vocational courses like automobile mechanic, basic computer, bookkeeping, cell phone repair, computer servicing, electronics, food and beverage servicing, refrigerator and air conditioner repair, and welding. The program was relatively new when Lance first considered joining. Hearing the stories of former JMBT scholars encouraged Lance to ask his retailer if he could try it out on his own. He took up the basic computer and troubleshooting course. Is it difficult? What challenges would I encounter? I wanted to know, so when I promoted the program to staff, I could at least base it on my own personal, not on hearsay, he said. Lance shared that he was very excited to be part of the program simply because he would get to study again. As part of JMBT, Lance had to go through PSFI's Leadership Enhancement and Attitude Development Workshop, which is a prerequisite before choosing a course. The lead workshop alone already had a great impact on Lance, so that was really a life-changing experience. The lead workshop, they really made us scholars evaluate ourselves and figure out our true purpose for ourselves. So that's when we found out our weaknesses and strengths as people. We finished the program with such a positive mindset, Lance said. Of course, the JMBT program came with its own set of challenges. Having to manage time between work and classes was one trial Lance had to get used to. He also had to deal with personal trials, losing first his mother, then his father, but he said that going through the loss of both parents made him become stronger. because he had to take care of his siblings and think not only of his future but also his siblings. Lance kept going and completed the program. It all turned out for the best as his learning at Jim Beaky helped Lance rise up the ranks from being a forecourt cashier to team leader to forecourt supervisor in charge to his current position as the cluster's trainer. While his life has taken a different path from his dreams of becoming a professor, in a way, what he is doing is not very different. In his current role, he is able to impart knowledge, teach, and inspire new forecourt service champions. He was also able to send his siblings to school. I'm very much proud that I was able to let my siblings finish their school. Even if I wasn't able to finish, I was able to help them complete their education, he said. Everyone really starts from the bottom. I didn't get the promotion I wanted overnight. The benefits in the company didn't grow overnight. I worked for it, he said. Number one is that we shouldn't give up when there are challenges. We should always remember the learning from the experience. With over 1,600 scholars today, JMBT continues to provide learning and capacity building training programs that enhance employment and livelihood opportunities as well as develop beneficiaries, values, and character. In fact, 85% of the scholars have taken on bigger responsibilities as forecourt service champions, while some got promoted to higher positions. Just as Shell promotes sustainable mobility and promoting energy efficiency in addressing the energy challenges towards a cleaner energy future, the company equally values honing its people as part of its efforts to support nation building. This is very heartwarming. This is very nice. I remembered doing this. What's this? How can I have to go back? Yeah, because I remembered this photo here. I actually went to Manila. They of course Shell sponsored my trip there. I went to Manila just to take this photo shoot. This is very exciting because this was really held in a photo shoot studio, a proper photo shoot studio wherein most of the advertisements and even some of the commercials and movies are being shot. So it's a very nice experience, and of course it's a VIP treatment. We're housed in a luxury hotel somewhere in Makati, and yeah, that's very nice. One of the best experiences I've ever experienced, and of course it's because of Shell, or being part of Shell before. 16 years of my life, so how would I forget it?